But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' hand heal. Give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump, they will not criticize. Still question Obama like my nigga lied. White girls boosting so my nigga ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they soul not showing. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm wondering your seven victim house free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses what I give the masses. My whole all there no walls. I ain't kissing asses the shit and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bras the end and she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Why they ain't needed nothing drive. Horsepower is Steven punching. Smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these is stunning. Ain't me like Jesus function. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan wanna be. I eat the peanut buzzing. Fuck your family, they ugly. You can keep your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is about an hour and I need 100. I seen your ship and see it sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beamer bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker. She bring me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold if God calls.
Spin it, net. Creighton. Oh shit! What the hell? My computer just had a heart attack. Okay, how's it going, dude?
Hey.
You're a little tiny bit late today.
Yeah.
What'd you do all day? Wow, nice timing there. We can't hear that. What'd you spend?
So refreshing.
What'd you spend all your time? What'd you spend all your time doing today?
I helped my grandma.
No. That's something that you did today. What did you spend all your time?
I slept.
What did you spend all your time doing today?
And then I watched The Boys.
How much of The Boys did you watch?
I made it almost all the way halfway through the show at this point in time because there's only 2 seasons of it. And I'm almost done with the first season. But the third season's on the way soon, so then I can say I've only made a third of the way through the show at this point in time.
That's if you stop right now until season 3 comes out.
I'm not going to do that.
Well, I think The Boys one of those shows that like with Amazon, is it like Netflix? Do they drop the whole show at once, or do they like release the
Drop
episodes?
the whole show at once.
And is that like through all of Amazon?
I'm pretty sure because Miss Maisel was like that. Or my
Yeah, Miss Maisel was like that. At least season 3 was. Dude, that show's so good too. I'm excited for that show's. Wait, is there 3 seasons?
There's 3 seasons
Yeah.
already. Is there a 4th season coming?
I want to say first. Shake, you're not first. You are 1, 2, 3. You're 4th.
Yeah, Shake. You're like all the way at the bottom of the list.
Hi, 2%. It's okay. I watched 1 season of Grey's Anatomy today. Oh my god, isn't that show like?
Wow, did you see that? I just sank that like a motherfucker. It was amazing. Like it went off the back of the lid of the trash can. And then
That's
spun
not
around the
sinking.
thing.
Sinking would be like
Like,
note issues.
It went off the backboard and then spun around the rim and then fell in. You missed out, Kobe.
Not first.
Who was first?
Cat was technically first.
Cat was
Yes.
like the cat.
I mean, Shake is a mod though. He would know. He might be first. He has the power to
Did
just
he
say
just
he was
have
first.
like a lag?
But he wasn't even the first mod. Salutations, dickweeds. Hello, Copenhagen. How are you doing?
Hello, Copenhagen.
How do you like The Boys so far? I watched.
Good.
I watched 3/4 of the first episode.
3? Wait, back it up. Why?
Whenever the show came out, I saw because I realized very quickly that it was going to be incredible,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't need to like this right now. Like it was
just not a good time for you to start watching it.
It wasn't a good time. It was one of those things where I was like, man, if I watch this,
It was like Arrested Development for you.
yeah, I was like, if I start watching this, I'll watch all of it. And at the time, make Creighton sit in the poverty chair. Copenhagen has redeemed
5,000 points.
for you to sit in the poverty. Luckily, that only means for 15 minutes now.
Yeah.
That
I do
is-
have to pee, so it kind of worked out. I mean,
So-
I'm not like gonna get
Yeah,
up and
yeah.
go pee and then sit in the poverty. I'm probably sit in the poverty chair first and then work up to pee.
Okay. Well, we
I
will.
still have to put the
Don't
that
worry, we're gonna
alive in all
time
the
you.
places.
Don't worry, we're gonna time you, so you're not getting away with anything. It's good 'cause you got like the proper poverty chair over there. What is that?
I don't know. It's just in the chair. Like it was in my way.
That first episode is heavy, dude. Shake right.
Yeah, that first episode,
that's
like
that's a big part of it too.
like-
I watched the first episode and I was like, man, I don't know if I can like. I don't know if I'm ready for this right now. Like after
It
the
was-
shit on the streets happens,
yeah.
I was like, oh
Well,
shit, it's
I
gonna
think
be
we-
one of
I
those
think we
shows.
can talk about it because this.
Well,
was-
I don't know. I know so little about it. I've done such a good job of keeping myself in the dark.
to be fair, I don't know a lot about it. Like, no, hear me out. I just mean they do such a good job of keeping everything a mystery of like what's going on, like, because you don't find out. And they do it kind of like I want to say like Daredevil or Jessica Jones. Like, you really don't know like a lot of people's motivation about why they do what they do until probably about like halfway through the first.
That's
season.
such a big spoiler.
Huh?
Why would you say that?
Is that really a big spoiler?
Yes.
That's more so talking about the structure of the story than like anything. But there's a lot of shows like that. That's not really like spoiler.
Yes, it is. Now I know that going in, not to trust what anything looks like. Basically, be on guard for crazy. That's what you just said.
No.
You said everyone's
It's not
motives
like
are
that.
disguised.
I mean, like crazy shit still happens regardless.
Oh my
like,
God.
You know.
He doesn't even
I
know
feel
he's
like you're
spoiling
over. I
things.
feel like you're overthinking.
That first episode is heavy.
Like it's and what you're talking
I'm not
about,
even gonna watch
Charlie.
it.
Charlie, what you're
I'm
talking
quitting the
about.
podcast. I can't listen to spoilers. Good idea.
Charlie, what you're
Creighton's
talking
gonna
about.
keep spoiling.
What you're talking about like happens so like out of nowhere.
What? Oh, I'm not talking about anything. I'm talking about what
You're
you
talking
talked
thing
about.
that happened in the street, right? Before
That's in the
that.
first episode. You said the shit.
No,
you
I
said.
mean, look.
I'm talking
not
about
gonna
the
get
stuff
into
you
any more
said going
detail than
halfway
what
through
I
the
said.
season. You said it takes like half the season to realize that any of their fucking motives are what they are.
And I don't even know if that's true because I haven't finished the season, so I might be wrong.
God. Enter spoilers. Exit shit toe. You guys are missing a good story from me that's been developing all day. I will develop and will develop for months to come. Why will it develop for months to come? Are you
What's going
pregnant?
on?
Do you have cancer?
Are you
Are you
through
pregnant
your
with
toe?
cancer? Does your baby have cancer inside of you?
Is your baby in the feet?
Creighton.
What? I feel like we can tell if it puts its foot in its mouth.
Anyway. Heard that story about the dude and the feet is so weird to me. Like
Which one?
the foot fetish dude.
Oh, like
like-
how she didn't see it coming?
No, how like from kindergarten
Well, yeah.
he was on the way.
and
you
then
know
she
what I
was
mean?
like, I don't know why he's in the feet. I never suspected a thing.
Until I realized he only does feet stuff. It only has
And then
forever.
it, like, the best part of that is, like, she didn't know up until, like, he asked about the toe in the butt. And then it's like, as soon as he asked, like, she starts flashing back to all these moments. Yeah.
It's like her
with,
Twilight
a
Zone moment.
It was like, so, like, you know, at the end of a show when, like, it flashes back and, like, it changes the perspective on everything. Like in Spider-Man 3 when you realize that Uncle Ben's killer was actually the Sandman all along. Like, it's world-shaping for her that she didn't know that he was in the feet, but it was, like, so obvious all along.
Covenant said, imagine if you could hear babies cry in the womb. That shit would be creepy. Imagine.
That shit would be annoying.
Not annoying. That's
'Cause,
so
like-
scary. Imagine it's nighttime and you're in the woods and there just happens to be a pregnant chick out in the woods with you, but all you hear is the muffled sounds of crying baby.
But, like, what if...
Dude, imagine.
What
you're
if it isn't even her, though?
Like, imagine, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so scary. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. The guy I had a crush on in the 8th grade is working at the place I'm going to work, and my mom is playing Wing Woman. Oh, no.
Are you going to
He told my mother I had a glow up. I haven't talked to him since 9th grade. Like that one episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, maybe that'll happen with you and some of your, like, 9th grade crushes.
I doubt it. I didn't really have any crushes. I didn't really have any crushes
Oh,
till
some
like.
of your high school
So like,
crushes.
okay, that's a better way of putting it.
Because there was, like, so many that just, like, got away. Same here, but I mean, like,
Like
you know,
one.
it's
I wouldn't say
three.
so many. For me, it was like one.
I thought it was, like, 3.
No,
Wow.
no, like one. There were some that I had a crush on, but I wouldn't say they were the one that got away.
Okay.
Like there was one that I was like, is the one that got away. There's one of those.
I don't want to bust your bubble,
I
but,
don't-
like, I think she's engaged, too.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Again, it's
Okay.
one of those situations where like,
Well, you're okay with it now, though.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm
I
very
didn't
much.
want to hurt
Look,
your
look.
feelings.
The odds of
but I
like
was
the
going
first.
to take that risk for the podcast.
The
'cause
odds
then that
of
way we
the
might
odds
get
of
you
somebody
grinding.
from high school being like the one are pretty astronomical as it is, and like I just had a crush on her. It's
It's
not
out
like
of
it's
this
not like
world.
it's not like we were boys or anything, so I didn't really know.
The boys.
Creighton's like ineptitude for going back, like just ruining a storyline for like the butt of a terrible pun joke is incredible.
It took me forever to figure out who the boys were in the show because
I don't think Charlie's mom is gonna play Wing Woman. Damn,
Damn,
cat,
like
that's
he just
crazy.
found out. She just found out about that backstory yesterday,
and
it's
she's already like from the top rope, fucking people's
oh
elbowing my ass. I'm preparing for our wrestling match. Wait, who? Who's wait, Jack, explain some things for me real quick.
He's fighting his way up the food chain, so at some point he's going to encounter you.
Who do you? Okay, on the way up, who's the encounter first, me or you?
Probably you and then me.
Why do you think that?
Well, I'm just higher up on the food chain, Charlie.
You think you're higher up on the food chain?
No, I know I'm higher up on the food chain.
How?
Well, I just am. Like, I don't
And
know how
what,
to break it down to you.
You don't know how? I mean, it sounds pretty easy. Like, snake eats a rat, bird eats a snake. In that order, it goes rat, snake, bird. How are you above me? It's easy to it's easy to tell. He doesn't have a reason.
I don't have a reason. Look,
Deadbeat mom joke? That's that good shit.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there that I am higher up on the food chain
Mm-hmm.
because there's just this air about me. Like how like
No, I don't know.
like so in the Justice League movie, the mother boxes are just off because
oh my
Superman's
God,
alive.
he's bringing it back to the mother box.
But hear me out.
He can't stop with
They're
the mother
they're
boxes.
off because he's just alive, and then as soon as he dies, they're like, "Oh shit, he's gone. We can wake up." It's like that. You know what I mean?
Wait, can I wrestle? I looked cute today, so I'll win. Cat, that's not how wrestling works.
I'm Superman, and you're the mother boxes. You're just afraid of me because you can sense danger.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Move your phone.
Me and Matt are going to hang out Saturday.
Rules, pulls to holes, and windows stay shut.
Maybe.
Yeah, what are the rules to him fighting up the food chain? How's that work?
I
I can't remember anything we said that day. You
we
very
started
much
out with animals, so like obviously he's gonna be just smashing bugs for like the first couple thousand rounds, and then he's gonna get the
I think
smaller.
you're taking
animals.
this a little too seriously in that he has to
Or does
literally
he
fight
does
his
he have
way
to
all
start
the way
with
up.
plants, or does he start with like the sun itself? Because if it's the sun itself, then he's just done for because he's very pasty and white.
Why would you think the sun is at the bottom of the food chain?
Well, the sun gives photosynthesis to plants.
That's not how that works,
And
though.
then
That's not how it works.
like bugs and animals eat the plants, and then bigger animals eat the animals and the bugs.
The sun is not a living thing.
And then bigger still animals eat those animals, and then we just eventually die and then become sun dust, and then the sun spreads our dust on plants, and then the process starts over.
I think you are misunderstanding the way that biology.
That's how it's been
it's
broken down to me,
there,
and that's
people
how I'll
are
break
wrong.
it down to others. Creighton doesn't get sun.
Creighton, you look so washed out. It's one because his camera is in a horrible position, and two because
When
the
did
light
that
behind
happen?
him.
Has that been like that the
Yes,
whole
the
time?
whole time.
Oh my god.
Also,
no wonder.
also the light behind him is not on, and it usually is.
I'll go turn the light on.
Okay. And clock has stopped for the poverty check.
Oh, it did stop.
Until you get back. Hurry. You're killing precious time. Do I get tools? Do I not get tools? What am I wearing? That's a good point. What is Jack allowed to have?
Well, it's his quest, right? Shouldn't he get to pick what he uses? I would say
Well,
bare
yeah,
hands,
but-
though.
Yeah, but that's exactly. We're setting the rules for this because
Yeah,
if he
do
can
we
pick
have to
whatever,
set the rules?
if you can pick whatever, I would just
I
take
mean,
a
look,
fucking
look,
gun
look,
because a
look,
gun
look.
beats all the things
Look, this is his mission.
except
his
like a
quest in
whale,
life.
maybe.
I think he should just use his bare hands.
Anyway, much better, thank you. His bare hands. He has bare hands? God damn it. Matt. That is exactly what Matt would ask, though, which is good. Over here getting... What the hell? Oh. Okay. Yes, I am him. I am Matt. Creighton, so what's he getting? What are you doing?
I am trying to finish a memoir.
Put your... What does that sound?
I've been documenting our conversations, though.
What do you mean? We
Well,
you
so,
don't have to
look,
document there
eventually-
on YouTube.
No. But you have to have a transcript of my thoughts during that time, too, because I'm going to make an autobiography about my side of the story of the podcast. And even if we don't get famous, I'm still going to have my part be called Shirts and then your part called Off. Is that what you had to buy both? in order to have.
I'm
shrimp
not
sauce.
making one.
And then it'll be called like the Charlie and Christopher, or the the Christopher and Creighton story.
No.
Why not?
First of all, I'm Charlie. Second of all, how dare you? Third of all,
What about if one was Charlie and one was Christopher?
can I fashion weapons from the environment pre-fight? That, you know what? I feel like that's a happy in between.
Yeah, that's a good in between.
Like the only thing. Well, he's not beating an elephant.
Not with that attitude.
Not with anything in Africa or Asia. Like, what's he gonna make that could take down an elephant? A gun can barely take down an elephant. You need an elephant gun. You need a gun made to kill elephants. Do you know how powerful a gun made to kill elephants has to be?
It's like fucking.
Elephants are so
I've
big.
only ever seen one. I've never seen one in real life, but I've only ever seen one in a movie once, and it was Tremors. And they used it to fucking just blow a hole through one that's like right there. But even then, it can't like penetrate the ground to hit them.
And even then, it like barely fucking hurt.
Like, yeah.
It took that along with a bunch of other guns to kill that.
Like
one.
there was one part in that movie that is such a funny scene.
That
like,
movie's
like
good.
it bursts through the wall, and there's like a gun wall right behind them. So they're just literally picking up different guns and firing it at this thing until
Dude.
like they run out.
That movie was so so good.
It's so like, and Kevin Bacon's so good in it.
So is fuck. What? Shit. Who's
Come
the
on.
other one? Is that Burt Reynolds in that?
No, it's not Burt Reynolds.
Who's in Tremors with him? Who's his buddy? Who's the older dude?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He's in Fugitive.
Huh?
Yeah, he's in Fugitive.
Who's he in Fugitive?
He's the fugitive in Fugitive.
No, he's not. Harrison
No,
Ford is
Harrison
the
Ford
fugitive.
Is he the FBI guy in Fugitive? No, that's Tommy Lee
Tommy
Jones.
Lee Jones.
Never mind, he might not be in Fugitive. He's in something else though, because when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, it's Earl from Tremors."
Fred Ward.
Fred Ward. Fred Ward.
Fred Ward. F-R-E-D.
That's on purpose.
W-
he
no,
did
it's
that
not.
shit on purpose.
He couldn't do anything. That's why he was bored.
Fred Ward.
He's set. Okay,
Why'd you
stop.
put this face there?
It's his
It's
last
one
name.
name.
It's two names. God, why are you? He's in True Detective. He was in the Tremors TV movie, the new one.
The new one?
Yeah, there was like a new one.
came
that
back?
was terrible. Well, he's only 80. He was only 75 when that happened. Let's see. He's never done anything else. He looks sort of familiar. He doesn't look like anybody super familiar though.
He looks
Fuck!
like,
I can't make
for some
Charlie sit in the
reason,
poverty chair.
When I think of him, he makes me think of Tommy Lee Jones, though. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. He doesn't look like Tommy Lee Jones.
No, I know he doesn't, but he just he carries himself like a Tommy Lee Jones
No,
person.
I don't. I don't
Yeah.
see that.
Like, I could see him and be like, oh, yeah, he would hunt down Harrison Ford in a drain. By the way, there's a reference to The Fugitive. Well, you know, because you've seen Clone Wars, so never mind. I don't want to say too much because it might spoil it for Matt.
In my head, it's a match set by the gods, and as soon as I kill one, I'm teleported to a different environment.
Wait,
Imagine
wait,
the first Iron Man movie, but it's only me and the terrorists are the entire animal kingdom. So like he's talking about like a fucking
gladiator
Naruto
style.
Yeah, like a Naruto, them going through the Ginyin process. Like every fight, when you win, you fight the guy who won in his bracket, and he's just in this bracket where there's no bracket. He's the only fighter fighting everyone else on the bracket until he gets to the end.
So what happens if
where
you
he fights.
lose?
If you lose, you die.
Okay, and that's it.
He has to kill
What if he like dies in the first round?
yeah, just a poisonous bug stings him.
Yeah.
And just
That would be hilarious.
I have a
'Cause it's like
question.
all that training and everything, and just just murder hornets. You said you have a question? Oh, I've recently come into some financial gain.
with Dogecoin. I want to know how your audio is set up so I can get more podcasts happening. So I can link you what I bought because it's good. It's okay. I mean, you could honestly what I got's okay, but you could get something better.
Yeah.
Like I got this because I was on a budget.
This is the we don't make money from this setup.
Yeah, I mean, and I didn't it wasn't like $40, but it
Yeah.
was it wasn't fucking $3,000 or $4,000 either.
Please, just want a starting point. I get that, yeah.
Man, I really wish I knew what any of this stuff
I'm gonna
was
be
called.
honest with you. We started out on a Zoom mic, so
Yeah.
And those were fun days because we didn't even have mics back then. We just had to hope. We just talked and hoped that the Zoom mic heard us.
Yeah, we had a Zoom mic at the middle of the table, and we kind of had to lean forward, and it was omnidirectional at either side of us.
And we couldn't
and
hear ourselves.
We couldn't hear ourselves. We had to talk and hope everyone could hear us.
Yeah. We like looked at them audio levels a lot. Of course, back then the
Spank me and
audio
call me
levels I
Sally.
feel like looked different.
Holy shit, 15K? Hamid.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm talking about.
There you
dude.
go.
Hold on. Let me go grab
Well,
the
there you
box.
go. Just blow all of that on audio equipment. No, look, I'll tell you what you need to do. Just spend like as little as you can on audio equipment for right now. And you're young, you should use that money for something good. And like use a chunk of it just to come and see us and hang out with us. And then like use the rest of it. Honestly, like if you could put the rest of it into like Dogecoin or like a small bit of it, you know, it depends on how much you're willing to put and how much you really want to cash out at, but I would highly recommend leaving a lot in Doge, just because I think it's going to keep going up. Like it obviously will like fluctuate, but I really do think it'll keep going up. I listen to my mom a lot when it comes to stocks, and she seems to know what she's doing because she's made us both very, very rich off stocks.
Very rich.
Richer than I was.
I mean, that's one way to look at it. Let me go to buy again.
Hopefully I don't die soon unless the
And
boy
then
is like an axe murderer.
Order.
Wait, is there a new boy? I already have a very good XLR mic. So the question is, XLR. I know what that stands for. What does XLR stands for? You
No.
told me.
Okay, so the microphones we use are Rockville high-end metal DJ handheld wired microphones.
These are DJ mics, basically, because we're DJs.
Right.
I told you guys I have a whirlwind of romance Hallmark story at the place I work. Yes, but I thought you were taking a break or going to work. Or get a new podcast-specific setup. Like, link me, Charlie.
Okay, I got you. This is pretty much what you'll end up needing.
What do y'all use for investing? I want to start.
I
Mine
don't use
stuff's
shit.
through Robinhood, but I want to switch over 'cause Robinhood fucking sucks. And like you can quote me on that because when Doge was going up the other day, like, and it was in like over like 40 cents a pop or whatever it was, they wouldn't let investors in it sell or buy at that point, and that's just not how a free market should run to me, and I really don't like that. So I'm looking for like another option as far as like putting my money
I just sent it to you, Hamid, on Discord.
or broker. I mean, but most of the time you have to go through a broker to invest in the stock market. You can't just like buy it yourself, unless like you just really know what you're doing or know how to do. 'Cause like, and the way it's taxed and everything is weird too. So you really want to go through a broker that can handle that kind of stuff.
I don't really do it much. I don't.
Well,
I'm not
and
a big.
that's-
I'm not big in investing. I'm
that's-
not like not yet. Like I want to.
Well-
I just haven't. I haven't like
And that's what I was going to tell him.
Gotten
I was
comfortable
like,
yet?
you know, if you like feel like you know what you're doing, then by all means, I would try to find a way to do it myself, because I feel like that's just in the long run. I feel like a cheaper option. But it's all about what you want to do and what you want to invest in and how you want to invest.
Yeah. Like Windows is superior to Mac OS, but Mac is more user friendly, so people stick to it and continue to use it. Yeah, I mean, like Windows is so much better. It's not even close. It's one like it really just breaks down to like people wanting to like take the lazy way out. Convenience is like people are more convenient heavy than they are like frugal than they are like they could be. People could like save some money and have something better, but they'd rather spend more money on something they're used to. But that, that's just the
I mean,
world.
I'm
We're
the
growing
same
up in a
way.
lazy world. Like people in our generation and after us now are just getting more and more just weaker generally and lazier. They don't want to do anything.
Exactly.
Is Creighton talking economics? This will be delightful.
I mean, we
Guys,
like,
don't take financial
low-key, I
advice from
was.
Creighton. I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Hey,
Okay,
look,
yeah.
I wouldn't take direct financial advice from me, but I would take my mom's financial advice that I'm relaying, because my mom's pretty good.
But are you relaying it, or are you simply just
No, I'm
kinda-
relaying it 'cause like Jack asked me like how to invest or how to go about investing. You have like most of the time you have to go through a stockbroker.
I don't agree with that statement personally. I don't think people are lazier. I think things are just so much more complicated. I wouldn't say they're
Well,
complicated.
they're-
I would say things are more convenient, not if anything, things are less complicated. Like you don't have to, like, people can do so many things they never could have, 15, 20 years ago at the, like, literal push of a button now.
Yeah. I
Consult
mean,
with a financial consultant. I can find you one, Jack.
that too. Kat's gonna handle all my financials for me because that's just how it's gonna go when we get married.
You and Kat?
Yeah, I told you
getting
I'm
married?
marrying her for political reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she's gonna help me make a trust. So there you go.
You say that it's much easier to get into a lot of things, but to actually do them, it gets complicated. I feel like
I get what he's saying.
I mean, I don't.
Like it's easier to like.
Like, if we're
say-
talking financial, sure. Like, if that specific thing, I'm talking
Well, I
in
think-
general, like, societally.
Well, I think I believe he's talking in general too. Like, 'cause you can get into stuff pretty easily through the internet, like get into like hobbies and stuff like that. But like because you're so into looking at what people are doing on the internet, you don't go out and do it yourself. You're just more like the idea of seeing somebody else doing it rather than you doing it.
Oh no, it's just
And that might not be how he means it, but that's the way I took it to mean when he said it.
Creighton's trust is gonna be those 2 bags of comic book novelties. And to Charlie, I leave whatever he wants to pick out of the
Yeah,
bags.
that's a will, Charlie. That's not a trust.
Well, the trust would also have stuff like.
I mean, yeah, like it would come up in the will, but like the trust, like on its own while I'm still alive, isn't like to Charlie, I'm leaving this.
Mm-hmm.
The trust is just like I'm giving it to somebody else to make more money with it while I'm off doing my adventures.
It's hard to explain my thought process on this one. Yeah, I know, I get it.
Kobe, see that did that same thing earlier, but with that bigger bag.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that cool looking?
Creighton, I wish I could like live in your head one day.
We need
just
like we
experience
need
what you
a
think.
trash can cam that we can cut to every time I make just dope shots.
Adios, Hamid. Good luck on your English.
Adios.
I just think the requirements for this generation to succeed and the challenges it faces are very different than those that came before us. So I don't think it's necessarily an issue of willpower. Well, okay, look, I know what you're saying. Look, I wasn't trying to break this down like
Why don't you try to break
that
it
hard. 'Cause I'm saying to literally do things
Yeah.
is just easier. If you want a pizza,
Yeah. Oh, I get.
you don't
what
have to
you're saying,
do
like,
it. It
like,
takes no
yeah.
effort to do things
Like
now.
you can,
Like,
at the click of the button, you can have somebody come to your door and bring. you
yeah,
food.
like you don't have to
and
hope
groceries.
somebody's near their home phone to call them or contact them. Like, you can contact people absurdly easily. Like, things in general are easier to do than ever before. Sure, societally, are we like fucked up because of our financial system and what people are able to do literally because of the money that restricts them? Yeah, sure, we get into some complicated gray areas. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like the fact that because we have the technology that we have, everything is so easy. Like, little kids, like, dude, Logan, he's absurdly smart. I mean, he's like 10 or 11, and like the kid knows like insane details to like real life shit that he doesn't even know about. Like, he's never experienced. He watched 800 YouTube videos. Like, I didn't get to watch YouTube until I was fucking 17, unless I was at school. Like, I didn't have an internet connection until I was 19 years old. You know what I mean? Like, we are the first people to go through this, and like these kids right behind us, like, forget about it. Like, they're gonna go into shit knowing everything about it. Like, they're not gonna have to learn anything about whatever the subject that they're kind of into once they start. They're gonna have so much time to research. Did you have color TV back then?
There was a time where we were watching stuff that wasn't in color. Like me and my mom used to watch the Andy Griffith Show.
That's crazy.
No, I mean I know it's not the same, but I mean like
Look,
you know.
yeah, anyone can watch shit in black and white, right?
No, but
color
like,
TV was already a
was-
thing way before you and I were born.
But like we
Don't
would
try
watch
and
it.
say that
No,
it was.
no, we would watch it so much at the time that like, because my very first memories of watching TV, like all of it was in black and white. Like none of it's really in color until like I started like watching cartoons and stuff.
Is Charlie speaking, Boomer?
Yeah.
I'm going to go into politics for one reason, to cause chaos. Oh,
Um,
we got us a Ron Swanson, everybody. Guys, there'll always be some some that do and some that don't. It's not a generational thing. It's a person-to-person thing. Some are just hungrier than some people are just hungrier than yes. But also, like contextually and like
Wait, Logan? Wait, Logan.
the kid.
I thought you meant Logan like the movie. And I was like,
Anyway, sometimes people are limited. Sometimes people that could have that drive can't because of their situation. I know what you're trying to say, and I agree. But also, like, it's not that simple. Now I really gotta go. Peace.
me and your mom are gonna. Yeah, see, that'll all work out for the wedding, Cat.
I love Andy Griffith.
You know what's
There's
funny?
no reason to see the modern political system as genuine or valid.
You know what's funny though, like about that.
What?
So
Wait, what thing?
about my like watching Andy Griffith when I was little.
Hmm.
The guy, like the guy that plays Obi, is the same guy who narrates Arrested Development. So it's like I love that show now, but when I was little, I liked
Ron
Andy
Howard.
Griffith. Yeah, Ron Howard. Did
Move
you not know it was
your
Ron
phone.
Howard?
I haven't watched the show. I've watched one episode. I don't
I
remember.
know, but
I don't
like you didn't
remember.
pick up on it. Like
I
you're
didn't.
like, oh, that sounds like Obi.
No, because Ron Howard's not a little boy anymore.
He's like,
And he's an incredible filmmaker. Like, okay, so my statement is more of I think things are too easy. So we as a generation are so easily accessible. So we as a generation are so easily accessible by so many different things and influenced by that amount of accessibility
yeah.
that it makes it very hard to do anything that isn't super convenient, even if it's better. Okay, now I sort of see what you're saying. But that's what the argument started out as, was like Windows is better than Apple. Like, but like Apple is so convenient and everyone no one wants to change. Like that's the brunt of my original statement was that people like crave convenience over frugality.
I agree with that.
I'm going into politics to change the world for the better. I love Barney Fife. Those two statements are good statements. I will lie my way to the top and then watch it collapse beneath my feet. Anyways, if y'all watch Love, Death, and Robots, that show is so good, Jack.
Is it a show?
It is a show.
Movie?
It's a show. It's so good.
It's like an anthology, right?
Yes, it is. Creighton, it is so good.
What's it about?
It's about nothing. It's so many things.
Oh.
Every episode's different, and the longest one's like 14 minutes. There's like 3-minute episodes.
Damn.
It's so like
How many episodes are there?
like 15 maybe. It's not long. Like you can watch the whole thing in 2 or 3 hours. Like maybe not even. Like it's really short. It's
Yeah.
really good. I'm about to do the
Damn.
math.
I'll put that to my list of stuff to watch after I finish The Boys. 'Cause like there's nothing.
That'll only take one more day.
For real, it will. If I didn't have to work tomorrow, I probably would be done.
Apple
by
is
tonight.
dog, and it's popular because it looks like rich. What?
No, I get what he's saying. Like,
yeah, but
he's
what?
trying to say Apple's dog shit, and then it's popular because it looks fancy. And I agree with a lot of that because I like Windows, but like when it comes to phones, I like iOS. That's just me. Like, you know, I know.
Creighton,
that-
when do you want to get married? Like to Kat or just in general? Both. I want the answer to both.
Like my preferred marriage is probably about like 28, 29.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 25.
So 1 year
like
away.
25 if like, you know, it's like hitting right.
Like
you
a
know?
whole year from now.
Yeah.
You're saying
if
you're
it's
saying
hitting right.
potentially
If
you could
it's
get married in 1
hitting
year.
Right, if it's hitting right, then a year from
God, you're gonna live such a crazy life.
Oh.
You're gonna be the fuel for this podcast for generations to come. Your life's gonna be so rocky, dude. Creighton's gonna have like 3 children in the next 5 years.
I do prefer licking widows. So there you go. But when to me, he said that we are going to get.
What did you say? Say that again.
Which part?
The widows. He said windows.
Oh,
Creighton
I thought
prefers
you
licking
I thought you
windows.
said widows.
And you said widows.
So he said that we are. I guess. Look, Kat. Like it's all gonna be just a picture anyway. Like it's not. None of it's gonna be real. Like you know, there will probably
Creighton
not
won't
be.
marry you. Damn.
No, I am gonna marry you.
I don't know. 2% says otherwise.
No, I will.
We
Look,
want to underscore
my
again
God,
that we're
what
what
the
the
hell?
was that?
It's Netflix.
What did you
It
do?
was Netflix.
Why did you go on the Netflix?
I'm looking at Love, Death, and Robots.
Kat, look. When I marry you, it's only gonna be for political reasons. There'll probably be no sex, barely any touching. It's
Only a
just
handhold every other day,
Only
you know,
a
for the
hand-
cameras.
Only a handhold and like for the kissing, but
5,
like
6, 7.
whenever it's good for you, I'm down. Like you know, it's all about the political move. I'm just making sure. Like I don't want to break your heart going into
So there are
this.
18 episodes. I finished it in one sitting. I watched the whole thing in one sitting.
I'm glad you're good with that. I will have a side piece. Don't even worry about it.
He'll have a paramour. Her name will be Ilaria Sand.
Honestly, that's probably what's going to make it hotter for me in the side piece. Is it just like pretending like we're sneaking around, but Kat just already knows. But the side piece won't know that.
You're literally going to live the Frank Underwood life from House of Cards. You absolute fucking horrifying monster. What about for tax purposes?
Look, I'm going to look at Kat and be like, we are the terror.
We are the terror.
Was that him or her that said that? I think it was her. Cause it
really,
was
at
it was
by
one of
that
those
point in the
moments
show,
that
it was
she like,
their dialogue was interchangeable.
Yeah.
Like they get to such a point where it's
but she
absurd.
was like started looking at the camera. Like that was the last season that I saw. Was like she looked at the camera and you're like, oh shit, she sees us, and it was kind of scary.
Yeah, they're.
I'm good with that. What about next Wednesday? Me and Creighton are a power couple in the century. Yeah, next Wednesday works. I can just clear up my calendar. Are you gonna go, Charlie?
Where are you getting
You're
married?
gonna be my best man.
Where are you getting married?
I don't
This
know.
all depends on where.
Well,
it's
Kat's
happening.
planning it out because it's her wedding. So. Yeah.
Creighton can knock on the podcast desk with his mood ring. Yes, dude, Copenhagen. I love you.
What church on the hill from?
Do you know what that's in reference to?
No.
That's House of Cards.
Oh.
When he becomes president, like in the last scene of the last episode of season 2, where he finally like becomes the president.
Yeah.
He walks into the Oval Office, puts both hands on the desk, and is looking down at it, and then he real quick looks up at the camera for a second and goes, and it's like in reference, like he knocks on the desk with his ring, and it's like a big power statement from something he had in a big monologue earlier in the season when he was like talking shit to somebody. He's like, the power of the ring is ring, and like something or another. It's been years since I saw it, but it's
I
so.
remember. I know
That show, God, Kevin Spacey. Why'd you have to fuck little kids?
As you described that scene, I remember that scene happening.
I was so man. I wish that was. God damn it.
The Pretty Place Chapel. It's in North South Carolina. Yeah, we can go there. Sure. It's closer for me, so less gas.
Can we get married at that little church on the hill
I just
from
read
TikTok?
that, Charlie.
You read the second thing, not the whole. The
No,
first
I read
thing.
the first thing before, like all this, because she's in that a minute ago.
Oh, okay.
When you were talking about the whole Frank Underwood thing, like I just read it, like So
We didn't just read it
Back
though.
off.
It was like It was like a story ago now.
No, that's.
Anyway,
He was
if
reading
I
what
get
you
married,
said.
it's not gonna be at church.
Where's it gonna be at?
I don't know.
Here.
No, maybe in Narnia. You know, we don't know. Narnia could be fucking dank one day.
Yeah.
If Narnia's sick, I'd probably get married.
Can I marry you? Like, as in, like, marry you and your wife?
Like you? Do you
Like
mean
me
you want
be-
to be the ordained minister?
Yes.
No,
Why not?
because I already have sworn that away to someone.
Who'd you swear it away to?
I don't want to talk about
It
it.
was Bumper, wasn't it?
It was Bumper. It was a Bumper.
It was
I would
Tim?
let Bumper.
It was Tim, wasn't it?
No,
It was somebody online.
It
because
was
you would know-
not.
It wasn't?
No.
Was it Quentin?
No,
Was it Mike?
no.
Was it
You're not
Matt?
gonna guess.
Was it David?
You're not gonna guess.
David.
David.
Was it Chris McClinton? Oh,
Yeah,
shit,
sure it
say his
was.
last name.
Charlie, you can get married in my backyard on the river. No, I'll pass on the river.
That sounds like like some kind of proposition.
Instead of having homosexual relations at a prep school, Creighton can have his homosexual relations at Food Line. What is that? Is that in reference to something?
No,
What?
that's from House of Cards. You know, because Frank Underwood like had homosexual relations with like all his boys back in the day. Which oddly enough, like
I don't
fits
remember that scene.
with
I didn't finish the
whole-
show. I don't know if is that like a later thing.
No, that was in like you've watched like the first 5 seasons, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
again,
it's
though,
like
I haven't seen
early
them
on.
since
It's
they were
before
on.
he even was president that it becomes a thing. That was a thing
It's
that
been a
they
minute.
reveal.
I don't remember.
It's
been a
yeah,
long time.
Copenhagen's right. It's literally in season 1.
I don't remember. I mean, I haven't seen season 1 since season 1 came out. Like I watched that show as it came out, so it's been a minute now. Like it's been years.
You really don't remember that because it's kind of like a huge plot thing at one point.
The biggest plot thing to me in that show was when, spoiler alert, listen guys, huge spoiler alert for House of Cards. Mute up for like a second. Okay, I'm going to say it. When he pushes Zoe in front of that fucking train,
Oh my god,
bro,
yeah.
when that was the, like, definitively, that's the biggest, like, shock moment in any movie or TV show I've ever seen.
yeah,
I was
that's
not prepared.
well, that's just like that moment
Because she,
from
like, from that point, from the beginning to then, she's, like,
a main character.
she's the main character. Like Frank's like the main character, but she's like she's like the character.
And he
She's
just
like the point
murdered
of view that you kind of are trying like rooting for, you know?
and he just murdered you.
And he fucking murdered her. Like holy shit. It came out of nowhere. God, it was awesome.
And then was like she was depressed, so she jumped in front of a train.
Dude, my chest, when I tell you, like, I was fucked up from that. Like, I remember watching it and, like, not being ready. Like, I like, stood up and was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, to myself. Like, I was sitting there watching it. I don't watch things with anybody. I was sitting there alone, fucking losing my shit, watching it. It was so good. I like Creighton and Charlie's homosexual relationship. I do, too.
Yes.
We have a very homosexual relationship.
Yes. Absolutely.
So excited for our wedding. Can I wear leggings and a Trump shirt?
Who said that?
Who do you think said
Okay.
that?
That's fine with me. I'll probably just wear a Hawaiian shirt. That's my standard.
Creighton, I'll give you $10,000 if you get married in a Hawaiian shirt.
Now I'm gonna do it.
If you wear a Hawaiian shirt,
I'll do it with her and my side piece. Just that way I can make $20,000.
The side piece is the ring girl.
Huh?
That would
Well, the
be
side piece
so
would-
demeaning.
The side piece would obviously be the love of my life, and then like Kat would just be like for political reasons, and the side piece would understand that.
That's gonna be really bad for Kat's political career.
Why?
Because if anybody sees you and your side piece walking around, they're gonna report on it, and people aren't cool with like
But
open
we can
relationships.
spin it as, hey, we're like progressive because at that point polygamy is just gonna be on the table.
Oh, you
and,
think
like, you
you
know.
think it is?
Yeah, as far
You're
as
not gonna
like
get any
as
votes.
far as like social climate goes, polygamy will just be on the table.
You're not gonna get
And
any
then we'll
votes.
just be like, well, we're polygamists or whatever. Except like we can both have, Well, no, that works for polygamy. I'm thinking
You're in an
about-
open relationship. Just say you're in an open relationship.
No.
That's what that is.
Like an open relationship implies that we do like orgies, and this would
No.
just be.
Do you know what an open relationship is? That's not what an open polygamy is. What implies orgies. Open relationship just means that like you're married with someone, but like you don't like you're allowed to go sleep with other people. Like you both understand that you like will have sex with other people, and that's okay with both of you for the relationship.
Are you sure that's not both?
What?
I said, are you sure that's not both?
What do you mean? Is that both? Both what? Polygamy and open?
Yeah.
No, polygamy is being married to multiple people.
Oh.
Polygamy is like I have 3 wives.
Well, then that would be more polygamy because I'm gonna be married to both of them.
You're gonna
not
be
just
married to both people.
Yeah, that's what
Then
I'm
yeah,
saying.
then that's
it's gonna be a
polygamous.
separate marriage.
That's polygamous,
I said
yes.
that. That's what the
Yeah.
whole conversation started out with.
Okay, well, you were saying that like you
Well, that's why
you thought open. You thought that it's open is very similar.
Open's very similar, but you're married to both. You're not marrying someone else. I will marry them in secret, Kat, and you'll.
Well,
just
the
never
open
know.
relationship is different 'cause like it doesn't have to be marriage. Like you can just be like dating one person and then like sleeping with other
Give
people.
me 1 second.
Okay,
You can fuck someone else, but not marry.
exactly.
No, I'm gonna want to
I'm gonna sneeze.
because like that's gonna be like the love of my life.
Is your mom coming to the wedding? I mean, that's a good question actually. He said which one? 'Cause I mean, yeah, like telling your mom you're getting married to multiple people would be pretty weird.
She's gonna stagger her time then.
Hmm?
I feel like she's gonna stagger her time when she's like, which one do I have to show?
Oh my god. I think your mom, if you were marrying multiple people, I think your mom would be 1, not okay with it, but 2, would go to both weddings.
Yeah, my mom would probably go to both weddings.
His outfit is gorgeous. Who,
Whose outfit?
Creighton's?
Oh,
And Creighton always
you.
like has that swagger, you know.
thank you.
Except when we like are out in the world, and then he just wears fucking like gym shorts with a
I just
Hawaiian
don't want to
shirt
show you guys
and a
up.
belt like over his shoulder. Like it just makes no sense.
I don't want to show you guys up. I have to let you guys have something.
Creighton looks like he assaulted and robbed a homeless man for his clothes.
I
Damn, that's mean.
may have, but not today.
It was in the past.
It was a past life.
I did it a while ago.
Oh, I have to tell you about my dream.
Okay, tell me about your dream.
So I had this like fucking dope ass dream last night. I dreamed I was watching Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it was also Toy Story, and like it. No, hear me out. Hear me out. It merged the two worlds and like confirmed the Pixar theory that like at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, like these AI start to take over the world, but the AI are in the toys from Toy Story. And there's this whole subplot where Woody and like Buzz were trying to help.
You've been
Falcon
watching
and
way
Winter
too many
Soldier.
you've been watching way too many conspiracy theory YouTube videos.
No, but like that's the funny thing. I didn't even watch a conspiracy theory YouTube video last night. That's just how it was. And Charlie, like, it made so much sense and it was so realistic. I was like, oh my god, like, This is amazing. Like and the funny thing is, in the dream, I was watching something. Like I was watching this happen on TV, and I was like, wow, this is like. And the writing was so good on it. Like it sounds like such a crazy concept, but it was, it was. I want to say better than The Boys is, but not as good as Breaking Bad. I think that's what made it feel the most realistic. Because it wasn't like perfect, and it definitely
Oh my
had its
God,
flaws,
this was a
but-
dream, Creighton.
It was, but I woke up and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to talk to Charlie about like what I just watched." And I was like, "Oh wait, it was a dream." Because then I was gonna be like, "Charlie, you didn't tell me Toy Story was in Falcon and Winter Soldier." Charlie,
What, dude?
Charlie,
What?
what if that is the Indian Winter Soldier? Or Falcon. And
I'm
Winter
gonna go ahead
Soldier.
and take a shot in the dark. It's fucking not gonna be. Did you see the Shang-Chi trailer?
Yes. Oh, part of. Well, no, I did see it. Yeah,
How'd you like it?
I did. Is the Mandarin in that trailer?
Yeah, the Mandarin's his dad,
Oh, okay.
the guy in white.
Okay. I figured it was him, but I wasn't 100% sure. You mean it's not Ben Kingsley?
Your mom will like me the best though because I provide the most stability and am the nicest.
I don't know. She likes my side piece pretty well.
An Irish Hawaiian grifter. I imagine Creighton's dreams would be in an infomercial for a kitchen gadget on a loop. What's up, podcasting hoes? Hello, Flint. We've
Flint.
missed you. So for me, like,
What? What's for you?
I imagine Creighton's dreams are just his subconscious trying to break free from the meat prison that they're stuck
But
in.
it's like it's singing "We're Breaking Free" from High School Musical constantly.
Even better. It's just he's constantly there's something trapped in that little meat prison over there.
Soar and fly.
I was about to sing and then I
and then you
coughed.
No, I was singing that song from High School Musical too, where it's Zac Efron's just getting lit and singing to his reflection in the water.
You gotta get you.
No,
I know.
He's like, I'm not.
That's just the only other song.
There's not more.
I'm free falling.
And that's
Wait, who's your side piece?
that's for me to know and you to find out.
You don't know
It's
yet, do you?
Charlie.
It's fucking stupid. I do not consent to being that man's side piece. I do not consent.
That's a better song. Hey, look, are you talking shit about High School Musical? Because we're gonna fight. Because High School Musical 2 is like the best sequel ever. Like
No.
even better than Dark Knight.
No,
It is.
silly.
Hear me out. It's this look. Talking from a writing perspective, High School Musical 2 is like the best sequel ever. It's the best written sequel of all time.
You might be the dumbest man so far.
Nothing else compares.
I've met some dumb people.
Catching Fire is the best sequel ever? Whoa, slow your roll there.
Catching
We're
Fire's
not
pretty good.
talking about teenage drama. We're talking about real shit. We're talking about High School Musical, okay? It's a musical in a high school. That's as real as it gets. They're out there in those streets.
I never even heard a
singing
fucking
about it.
song in high school. High school is the least musical shit. Our chorus was terrible.
Look, Kat, we have to have our differences, so that way when we go and do these interviews, we can make fun of each other in the interview. So I'm building character for us already.
Listen, Creighton, the weather in Bartholomew County, Indiana.
Bartholomew.
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 I'm not doing the weather.
So, no. Charlie, you have to do the weather. Don't just click away from the weather. Oh, he's not going to do it. All right, I'll just do the episode number.
The weather in Bartholomew County, Indiana, is 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
2%? Sorry.
It's 32
Baby,
degrees
it's cold
Fahrenheit.
outside.
There you go.
You talked over
The
it.
precipitation was 38%. And the humidity was 93. I'm done. I'm done with everything. I hate the podcast. I never want to do it again. I hate you.
Wait,
Say
you're
your
talking-
thing.
Who, me?
Say your thing. Just say the next thing.
Oh,
Whatever your
okay.
next thing is. You've sat in the poverty chair for far too long. I didn't tell you on
Oh,
purpose.
okay. Today is episode 193, and 193 is an odd number. He wasn't expecting that one.
You've been waiting to say that, haven't you?
And the worst part is, like, they're all odd. It's like the best odd number because every number in that sequence is odd.
What?
1 is an odd number. 3 is an odd number, and so is 9. But it's also 3 odds, so it's still odd. 'Cause 3 is still an odd number. Wow. Where's your phone at? 'Cause my thing's doing the thing, but like
Mine is.
it's mine.
Mine's over
My
here.
phone's in my suitcase.
Mine's over here.
Mine's
I don't hear it.
Today's word of the day is jazz cabbage.
Jazz cabbage.
Jazz cabbage.
Christ.
A term used to reference cannabis or marijuana or weed.
Jazz cabbage. That might be the most racist way to say weed. Hey man, you want some jazz cabbage?
And then, if you want to know their definition for marijuana, since it is technically 420 still,
It's not technically 420
it's
still. I mean, it isn't. I guess it isn't central, or not even central in Cali.
Marijuana is just defined as God's gift to mankind, and that's all the description is.
Okay.
We just had a minute.
What in the what the fuck? It says 192 on my screen. Get wrecked, nerd. Wait, it just changed. Maybe I've drank too much. I changed it when he said that. 193 because 193 because is when BC is when the Battle of Mutina was a thing.
But I already said, it's odd. It's not a
Mutina?
number.
Legit question: is Creighton legally classified as a vulnerable adult?
What is?
I would assume so.
I'm more urban.
Oh
Dictionary
my
that.
OMG! I've missed Copenhagen. I love him, Flint. Will never talk to us. 2% actually put Copenhagen's last. I saw it. Copenhagen said a message after the stream went off, and 2% put it in the Discord in case we had missed it to let us know, which was nice of him. But I did see
Most time we
it.
leave it up.
Yeah, most of the time we sit here and we have the stream still up for a minute.
It's not an urban dictionary.
What is it?
Vulnerable adult. Did I spell it right?
A vulnerable adult is a real thing. It's not going to be an urban dictionary.
No, but what is it though? What's pedioache? Oh.
A vulnerable adult is defined in psychology, sociology, and social work and legal fields as an adult at risk and is a person over the age of 18 who is unable to take care of themselves. It can also refer to one who is unable to protect themselves against significant harm or exploitation. I would consider Creighton a vulnerable adult.
At risk of what though?
Anything, Creighton. You can fall over, die. You don't know how to operate machinery at all, not even a microwave.
I know how to operate.
Basically, someone needs to watch after you and make sure you're okay throughout the day, the whole day, and just not let you die and not let you kill yourself.
Bro, I was typing this as you say it. The wide peppy sad, Pepo sad, Pepo sad. Yeah. It didn't pop up over there either as a emote.
What?
The wide Pepo sad.
I don't think we have it as one.
Okay, I just want to stop by and say, hey, shitty week. I'll be back full time later in this week. All right,
Chris, I love you, man. I hope everything's okay.
Yeah, Chris, I love you too.
You're hot, dude. We love you.
Yeah. Where's Tim at? Tim is never here.
Tim has a job and school and a dog and another job.
I don't want to hear it. It's
Well.
all excuses. I have a full-time job. I have you to deal with. I have to feed and water you and take you outside.
No, you don't. You do literally nothing for me.
I have hoes.
You come and talk on the podcast. You brought water one time, and I gave you money for that. Illini racist strikes again. Whoa.
I'm about to message Tim and be like,
I'm
Tim,
single
why
for
are
the
you never
first
here?
time since 1982. It's weird.
Who said that?
Chris.
No, Chris.
82. That was 40
82.
years ago. I'm
How
sorry.
old is Chris?
I couldn't stop. Chris is. Wait. That's literally fucking 39 years ago.
Damn.
How old are you?
He doesn't look that old.
Since 2010? I was about to say, what the fuck? Why'd you say 82? Chris is 37. Chris would be 37 if he was born in
I'm
fucking
single for
in
the first time since 1982. Oh, since
84.
No, you said
Old
82.
joke? Yeah, okay, I get it. I'm sorry, dude. You want to talk about it? You want to talk in chat? We can all say things about stuff. We can all be sad together. I'm down for some sad times.
Sure, let's be sad.
Guys, my mom, she's not here. Imagine that's just where I take it.
See, when Charlie is singing "Where Are You," he's not actually singing the
Where
song.
are
He's
you?
just actually
Wondering where my
calling to
mom
his
is. Yeah, where are you? Nah, you guys vibe? Okay. We love you, man, for real. I'm good at being sad.
I'll tell you what makes me sad.
Wow.
Tim not being here. I just sent her a message on Discord. It's so fun having two screens now. I can do extra shit and it not be a problem for me. What do you want me to Google with this screen? Since I have this screen up and nothing on it.
Creighton, the screen is for you to use to Google. I don't
I
need
know,
you to.
but
I can Google shit.
No,
I do
I'm
it all the
asking
time.
you to ask me to Google something.
I don't need you to.
No, you do.
You wanting a
Just tell
second
me.
screen was only you. You wanted that.
But now look.
Now that it's here, it's like it feels so useless. Isn't that crazy? It's almost like someone said it was gonna happen.
No, it's not useless. It's just I have so much room on this side that I almost don't need this one.
He needed a bigger. He never needed another screen. He needed a bigger screen. You absolute canoe.
And this one's so shiny and like new and doesn't look like it was found on the street. But it totally
God,
was.
stop.
What?
Fucking whatever you're doing with your feet.
Come here, Charlie. Let me grab your feet with
No,
my feet.
I hate you.
I'm taking my Crocs off right now. as we
I don't
speak.
like that at all. I'd be feel better if you need someone to talk to him here. Google estate law, Creighton.
A state law for
Estate law?
South Carolina?
Wait, why are you telling him to do that? Well, he doesn't need to know legal things.
Oh, did you see the George Floyd thing happen today?
I'm sad all the time, but it's okay. Not really, but it's okay. Flint, I love you, dude. If you're sad, you know you can talk to us.
Yes, same here, Flint. Did you see that though?
Wait, you guys should hold feet. Yeah, I saw.
What did you think?
I mean, what do you mean? He
No,
was
I mean,
guilty.
like, I know he's guilty, and we were all like going into this like, yeah, he's guilty, but like, they actually found him guilty, and that's like
Did you think they wouldn't?
a little. I was
Really?
kind of nervous.
See,
Just
I
look,
saw
I'm
some
not gonna
people.
lie.
I saw some people think he was, but I was like, listen, bro, I don't think there's any kind of real argument. Like I saw early on that like the guy was on drugs and he had like a heart attack while all that shit was happening. But look, none of that shit matters when you have a knee on his back for 8 minutes straight. You're part of him dying. You're the reason that it's going down.
Well, that and there was this whole thing about, like this has happened so many times before. Like the officer who shot Breonna Taylor through the door got
Mhm.
off. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like that to me looked more guilty than him putting his knee. On the door.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause it's like he had no reason to do that. Not really. I mean, like what officer shoots through a door? You know what I mean? I don't just knock it down to get in there.
Well, they're both very different situations.
I mean,
'Cause
yes,
the Breonna
yes.
Tyler, there wasn't like footage,
Taylor.
right? Or Taylor, yeah. There's no footage of that. We had all of this captured on camera.
Yeah, but
Like we saw this happen.
I feel like
It's a little easier to judge this than it
I
was.
feel like that's
what happened
setting
there.
a different precedent though, 'cause the precedent that you want to set is like this is unacceptable whether it's captured on camera or not.
Well, the thing with it being captured on camera is we're able to judge it properly because we saw it happen.
Yeah.
We don't really know what happened that night with Breonna Taylor.
I mean,
Like I'm not saying, and
that's-
I'm not. I don't have an opinion on it. I'm simply saying, factually, like optically, we can judge what happened to George Floyd a lot easier than we can judge what happened there because we literally saw it happen.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that footage is rough to watch.
Yes,
I had never
it's very
seen
hard
it before
to watch.
the trial was on TV and stuff.
You never saw it?
No, I mean I knew it was out there. I just had never
You never saw him.
I never sat down and watched it just because I think
I
at the time
probably watched it 50 times. It was all it
Really?
was all over the
like
place.
the full thing.
Yeah, the full thing. Oh, the full thing's everywhere. It's on YouTube, or it was. Like,
I mean,
That shit was-
it's like rough to watch too. Cause
yeah,
it's like
because he's just fucking like you start to see him like fading away.
yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah.
Fuck the police. Wait, god damn it, Copenhagen. I'm gonna
This
go
is where we
listen to
should-
Kid Cudi and make myself feel better. I love you,
well,
Flint.
so correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought body cams were already a thing like 24/7. Are they not? I know they are here, right?
This is where we should be instituting body cams as a norm 24/7. I agree.
Well, I thought it was already a thing that was instituted 24/7.
I don't know.
I'm
but
not
I'm
100%
sure.
about here.
Fuck
but
the
I thought it
commies.
was,
See, now there's something I can wholeheartedly agree with. Fuck the
I'm,
commies. Down to Russia. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That's
should
down
move
to Soviet
the
Union
House
back in the
somewhere
day.
more neutral too. Try to move his case up to higher courts. So like, Cat, huh? Oh, Cat. Like, why do you
I didn't
not?
spill coffee.
Why do you not think the third degree? Like, what? To what extent do you think he's guilty? Because, like, I get what you're saying about the being neutral and everything like that. Because the whole point of the process is for it to be a fair trial all the way around. Second degree unintentional manslaughter? Unintentional and manslaughter. I mean, I guess it depends on. Well, no, I mean, like to me, I agree with like the whole.
The third degree's law wording is weird, so it's harder to prove.
I agree with like everything he got proven guilty for. Like there wasn't any of the charges that I thought like didn't fit with what was described and what we saw on the film.
Did he get third degree manslaughter or
He
third degree
got,
murder?
like, I don't know. I don't think he got first degree, but he got second and third, and then he got a couple other things too.
I'd have to watch the whole case to make an informed decision for third degree murder.
That's fair. And that's just something like you can't really do just by reading like the reports and stuff. But man, and also like part of it was they were kind of like bringing out all these pictures of him with his family and him smiling and stuff to kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, ooh, I don't know if he's going to like, you know.
I mean, I don't know the legal definition of all the things that he could be like legally what's the word? Pinned with, but I was always in ever since I saw the footage, I was of the mindset of like he did that shit. Like whether he didn't mean to kill him or not, he did.
Yeah.
He did kill that guy. Like that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and like I'm not, you know me. I don't like politics. I don't like talking about it. I don't like getting into all that.
And
but
I'm not really
that was one of the easiest. I don't like doing it because people not to say anybody here, but people in general have very.
And I'm not trying to bring it up to get like political about it.
Yeah,
I just
I
wanted to know what you thought about the trial itself.
I didn't
not
watch
like
any of the
like,
trial. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, the
other than the outcome.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay.
Because like honestly, I feel like they've made a lot of this political when it really doesn't need to be. Like this man killed somebody. And it's like you said, it doesn't matter where he meant to or not. To kind of pervert that into a political movement, I feel like feels wrong, but I get why, because it's just points out how our system can be like so fucked up in so many ways.
Yeah.
But I agree, and I think it's a positive outcome for as far as like the movement goes and like where we're going with our society.
Yeah, I mean, my thing really is just that. God damn it! Sorry, I'll do it in a minute. God damn it! My train of thought got all fucked up. What was I saying when you? Oh, my thing with stuff like this, like because it was on video, it's a lot easier. Good night, Flint. Because it was on video, it was a lot easier for us to interpret what happened. You know what I mean? Like we have a lot more ground to stand on to have opinion. But the problem with so many things like they go to court is like there are legal definitions that people are too lazy to learn, and they just want to use their opinion to judge everything. And there are a lot of very weak-minded people that don't know how to like look at things objectively, look at things from the other side, look at things from a different point of view, and often that's what happens with like people who like I don't want to say to stop myself from saying anything too ridiculous because one, I don't like talking about politics. Two, I just don't like controversial shit that much. Like not real controversy. So I will stop myself. But people usually kind of tend to get upset about things and not give a chance, like not if they don't hear their side of it the way they want it perceived, then they rise up and go crazy in times when they probably shouldn't. And every once in a while, a revolution is necessary, but not for every little issue. And this was one of the ones where it was like, this is one of those things that lined up where everyone could see what happened, and it made sense that he got in trouble for what he did because of what he did. Yeah. Like that, it made sense.
Well,
it was one of those cases.
Even like watching the video, you're like, man, like this guy fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as
for
like,
sure.
Because it's
whether
like,
he meant to or not, it's like he should have realized, hey, fucking stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he just didn't.
And like, look, I don't know if the guy's racist or not. I know that's definitely been the air of the conversation, but like, whether he is or isn't, like it was way too much for like what that job required. Like, there are people that I know that are like like, I don't want to say I hang out with racists, but like, just the town that we live in, like, there's people that we know that feel a certain way about.
There are people around here that are straight up racist.
Yeah, exactly.
I know both sides. I know white people that are very racist towards black people, Mexican people, and I know black people that hate white people. Like, I know black people that are openly, like, admittedly racist towards white people.
And some of the people that
Like,
I know are like,
those people exist too.
that I'm like, know are racist, were even like, damn, he shouldn't have like done that guy like that. Cause
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And that's why,
Same here.
that's how you know it's like,
That
it's
was
pretty
me too.
bad.
Yeah, that wasn't how I knew, but that was the moment where I was like, "Damn, it's good to know that like everyone's on board with
Yeah.
like that guy fucked up."
Yeah.
It's like the two of the guys that I know that are like particularly pretty bad were like, he made a mistake. He shouldn't have done that. And I was like, oh my god, good to see we're all on the same page, guys.
Charlie should be able to tell another racist.
Exactly. Confirmation bias. Like, I'm not sure how they can exactly prove depraved mind without having some form of intent or malice. Well,
So
they had worked together and didn't like each other. That was like they had
Who?
like Chauvin and George Floyd.
Oh, he knew him?
They knew
Like,
each other.
Wow. I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
like they worked together.
On what? Like when he
Another
was he
job.
part of the cops? or
No, it was
something?
another job, I believe. I think. Am I wrong? I'm pretty sure they said that. I'm racist against squids. God damn it, OA. It's good to see you, OA.
Oh, I get what he's saying. Like real recognize real with that though. Like you recognize her. Racist
Yeah,
because you do-
racist. It's confirmation bias. The unintentional killing of another through an imminently dangerous act committed with a depraved mind and without regard for human life. This is the third degree definition.
They may have worked together. It's not confirmed though.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, we'll probably never know what was going through his head, like in those moments where he had or in those minutes where he had his knee on George Floyd's neck. But
Yeah.
like either way, like he shouldn't have done that, and like he shouldn't have, like he caused a man to die. And
We
so I
won't
feel
ever
like-
know, to be honest.
I feel like justice has been served in regards to like the facts that we do know. Like we know George Floyd died. We know this man had his knee on George Floyd's neck and helped that process.
Yeah. I fucking love law. I agree, Creighton. Do you...
What?
Never mind.
What?
I don't want to say it.
What is it? Come on.
Do you... Fuck. Do you ever see something and you're like, I agree with the sentiment, but you're saying it all wrong?
Are you saying I'm doing that?
No.
Oh.
No. I'm just saying, like, I saw a lot of tweets like that today.
Oh.
I saw a lot of stuff where I was
I
like...
saw a lot of stuff on the news like that today. Cause like I was in the middle of doing shit with my room, so I'd come out and like my grandma had it on.
Yeah.
And I like kind of stopped just to see if they had reached a verdict yet. And I was like, okay, they haven't. But I did see like after the verdict happened, what people were saying and like them interviewing people. And I was like, yes, but like word it differently.
Yeah,
like,
I
better.
saw some shit where I was like, guys,
But some stuff
just
was
sounds
worded good.
some things
stuff was
just
worded
sound
good.
dumb when you don't think about what you're saying.
Well, did
literally.
you see what Biden said?
What did Biden say?
He like said some really weird shit about it, and everybody's like, "Well, that was weird," and then like kept on going about.
But isn't
their
that everything he
business.
says now? He's like 1,000.
Yeah,
The guy's
I
a
don't
turtle.
know. He
The guy's
probably
a,
is
the guy's a
like-
turtle who walks like 18 miles.
Probably didn't even know
a
what was
year,
going
maybe.
on. He was like George Floyd. Oh, that was the first.
I don't think the
or
president should be
something like
involved. Period.
that. Yeah,
good
I
point.
mean, like, and I did think it was kind of weird that they were like, "What do you think of this?" But I mean, I get it why they asked him, because it's like, it's an important racial issue going on right now, and it's. I feel like it's an important step towards making the world a better place. So I would see asking him what he thinks about it. But, however, I don't think that like we should focus on what he said about necessarily as much. But it was kind of weird what he did say. I don't have it in front of me. That's why I can Google.
There you go. You figure out what he said.
Yeah.
That is a major obstruction of justice.
What is? The president?
President being
Well,
involved.
so, but like, are you talking about him commenting after the fact or during the trial? Because I don't think he said anything during the trial.
Him commenting on the case.
I get what you're saying in that regards, but I mean, if he's commenting after the trial's over, like, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know how it would be, but I don't know anything about law in general because the legal route is most likely not over. Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, yeah, but it kind of is though. You know what I mean? Like he's.
No.
I really doubt that they're gonna be able to overturn the verdict with this.
Not the verdict, but like just in a lot of other shit legally will still happen. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So
He'll more than likely appeal.
I mean, he will, but like I don't think anything will.
That's not for you to decide.
I mean, I know
or
it's
even have
not-
even
I-
have an opinion on that means
yeah,
anything.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Not like legally, there are real definitions of things
No.
that have to like go through.
Here's something that I think.
Like
is
I know
weird.
what she's saying.
So he says that
He hasn't been sentenced yet.
so
Exactly.
He says that the evidence in his trial is overwhelming. And he said that I'm praying that the verdict is the right verdict. So I see what you're saying in regards to that, because this is a statement before the verdict was announced.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things. Like I saw somebody say on Twitter that like someone said I'm happy with the outcome of this or whatever, but like if true justice was to be had for what happened, and this is why I didn't like it was phrased like this.
Yeah.
If true justice was to have happened, like if there was supposed to be true justice for what had happened, George would be alive. And I was like, well, there can be no justice for what happened.
I get what he's saying, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like I get
if
what you're
we were
saying.
already running the show the right way, this wouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
But, like, you know.
It's like you can't when you and it was like I'm not gonna say who it was, but it was like a smart person.
Yeah.
Like I say smart. It was like a known person that isn't like an idiot. And I was like, you're saying things for clicks right now.
Yeah, I hate when people do that. 'Cause
Yeah.
like that gets me all the time with YouTube. Like somebody will say something controversial. I'm like, oh, okay, well this video.
You don't care. Like not you. I'm saying like to that person. Like yeah, okay, you
well,
can say your thing, but you don't
well,
care.
so what it is they'll
You're making
say,
so much
they'll
money off this
say
video.
like one little thing about it in like the first 2 minutes, and then the rest of the video will be like something else. And
Yeah.
I'm like I hate shit like that.
Clickbait. It's
yeah,
clickbait.
It is for real, and I hate that shit.
Well, I'm sure it was after a jury trial. Plus, jury members are barred from social media during their deliberation time,
Ooh.
which is good.
How do they send nudes?
They don't.
No, I mean, but like when you're getting all hot and heavy with your side piece, and then you want to send like nudes to them, you can. Wait, does that include texting? Like, is texting?
You can't do
considered social
anything.
media?
You have no way to
Oh.
talk to the outside world.
You can't even make phone calls.
Can't do anything. I mean, I think you can like have people show up, and I think you can make phone calls, but they're monitored.
Oh, okay. Well, I can. Have
But I'm not
somebody-
sure,
I
like-
can have somebody top me off during a phone call.
It definitely
That'll
depends on the case and what
Yeah.
all is going down.
That'll work.
I love law. It makes me happy.
Law is pretty cool. It's
I know
very
some very smart people in law that like it's cool to know them and it's cool to talk to them.
we have somebody in our friend group that just is about to become a paralegal.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Am I smart? I
Eh.
mean, no. Wow. Yeah, Creighton, your husband fucking jumped the gun pretty quickly and had, had an idea.
me, so like.
You know what? That's a good cat. You might not be the smartest cookie in the jar.
But I'll say
Sorry.
that about anybody that marries me. They'll be like, I'm smart, and I'm like, I mean, like, you're pretty cool.
Dumb bitch juice. I know I'm not smart.
He's nice to look at.
Who,
Well,
Creighton?
I guess.
Yeah, you got nice hair.
It's the hair.
You got a good nose.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this part
Why?
of you. I just don't like it. It looks weird. Your face goes too out for me.
I got
Like,
wide lips.
To be fair, you're a man. That's also a big part of it.
I
not
got-
not big on
look,
that
look,
part.
look. I got a wide stance, Charlie. Do you know what that means?
No, we have. I'm not gonna say who they were, but I have some friends online that I was talking to last night, and one of these friends is a very large person. And our other friend said, "Okay, question time. Would you rather sit on a dick and eat cake, or sit on a cake and eat dick?"
Selling cake and eating. I think I would rather. Whoa,
Yeah. See, and then here's the best part. None of us answered, and then our very large friend said, "Well, the real question is, what kind of cake is it?" Because that means a lot. And I was like, "Does it?"
It does, like, so on the one hand, yes, because it tastes, but on the other hand, like texture on your ass. You know what I mean? Like, do I want cake that's
Creighton. If you're sitting on a cake, that is no longer any part of the that is simply you making a decision. Never mind.
No. Hear me out on this.
Okay.
Hear me
Okay.
out.
You know what? I'll hear you out.
So you got like the milk cake that's made by Mexican people. That's very like crummy and like wet cake. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to sit on that because then I'm just sitting in a puddle. But if it's a very dry cake, like a pound cake, then I would rather sit on that. Or if it's one of those cakes that has like the wet strawberries on top, again you have a puddle situation.
Creighton has low center of gravity.
That's good. It means I'm harder to knock over. Again, the wide stance. So there you go. But as far as like the dick thing, like when you say sitting on a dick, do you mean like taking the dick or just sitting on somebody who has a boner? Like what do you mean by sitting on a dick?
I think that's what it means. I think you're
Sitting on
sitting
somebody
on.
with
I
a
think
boner?
you're. I think you are. There's an erect penis going inside of your butt. Like anal sex is what's happening.
Damn, I don't know. Like that's a. I think I'd rather sit on the cake if it's a dry cake, but if it's a wet cake, I'd rather eat the cake.
So let me get this right. The texture of the cake and you sitting on it and getting your pants or butt wet with cake is what dictates you sitting on a
Cake?
dick.
Getting
Or
cake
not.
off and getting cake off your ass and from in between your butt cheeks is a lot harder.
No,
Then-
both things you take a shower.
I mean,
Both things you
both
take a
things you
shower.
take a shower? Are you
Both
sure?
things and you take a shower and you're good. Yeah, the cake isn't being inserted inside your asshole,
No.
but you know what it is? The dick.
But I feel like I can like.
What I'm hearing from you is that you're okay doing both things.
No, I'm just saying.
What I'm hearing is
like,
that you,
again,
depending
it
on the cake,
depends.
you need a dick, and depending on the cake, you'd sit on a dick.
It depends on the
That's what I'm
texture
taking
of
from
the
this.
cake.
Uh-huh.
Nobody asked how big the dick was, huh?
No, they did.
How
That
big
was
is the
definitely-
dick?
I mean, that doesn't matter. It's it's subjective.
Like, 'cause we're talking about like a 2-incher and like is it erect? First of
Yes,
all, like
it
what
is
do-
erect.
So it is erect.
Yes.
Like, is there a minimum inches?
The cake is a lie.
Is there minimum inches on this, or like?
Like it's going up inside of you. so
like-
so do some math.
So like the smallest it's got to be is like 4 to 3 inches,
Okay, sure.
and then the largest it could be is probably like
I got
6
cake.
to 7.
Creighton would rather do anal than have a strawberry touch his gooch, is what I'm hearing. See,
Yeah.
Copenhagen, that's kind of what I'm hearing as well.
I really don't like sticky stuff being in my gooch.
Have you ever had sticky stuff in your gooch?
Yes.
Woo! Okay.
You asked.
Glad it's not me, just me.
No, I don't think I have actually.
Uh-huh.
No, I haven't really done a lot of stuff with food in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I think about it. So no, I'll take that back. That was a lie. I apologize. And I don't want to start though, because I feel like it's gonna be a sticky situation.
Listen, man, what I've learned in life is that there's not much a shower can't fix.
I mean,
In terms of getting dirty.
You say that, but like, what if I got shit to do afterwards? I don't want to have to stop what I'm doing to take a shower. You know,
A
what I
shower's
mean?
pretty quick, man. You can take a pretty quick
I
shower.
don't know. I have to get this hair looking right, so it takes a minute.
Well, that's a you problem. That's not an everyone
Well,
else
then
problem.
There you go. So I would rather
You can take a shower without getting
I'd
your hair
rather
wet.
do the one that like takes the least amount of time to get ready for afterwards. Is that what that is? That's hilarious. So like I'm on the CNN website and literally the length of the George Floyd thing where they read out the verdict is 4 minutes and 20 seconds. And I was like, that's amazing. Because, today's 420.
I take showers all the time without washing my hair. See, there you go.
I mean, I do too.
You can take a shower without washing
I
your hair.
condition it though every time.
Every time?
Every time. That's why it looks so good.
How often do you take showers?
Every day.
You condition your hair every day.
Yeah. You're not supposed to shampoo it every day. 'Cause you can
You're not
condition
supposed to condition it every day.
Yeah,
either.
the conditioner's like lotion for your hair. I take showers.
You know what? You have more hair. I'm gonna let you run this one because I feel like you probably do know more than me.
That is
I guess I've
so
been getting weird.
unhealthy.
That was what I'm saying.
Great
You're
was-
not supposed to condition your hair every day. That's really bad for your hair.
Oh, well, I mean,
I condition my hair like maybe once a week, maybe
look
maybe
how,
twice.
Look how good it looks, and you tell me.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. How long is it gonna last? What if you end up going bald?
I don't think I will.
Wow, says the 24-year-old.
If I go bald, we'll just deal with it then.
Oh my God, you're supposed to wash your hair like once a week. To be honest, yeah. See, I might shampoo my hair twice a week, and I might condition it. Maybe I'll condition it twice a week.
I wash my hair like every other day.
That's too much.
I mean, I used
And
to
you have a
wash it.
lot of hair too. Like that's not. feel like that's not good.
I mean,
I mean, you are a big boy. You might just have those superior genes that it doesn't matter. But
well,
I wouldn't
see,
run
I
on
sweat
that.
a lot too. So like if I don't wash it, it gets all weird. You know what
You
I mean?
mean greasy?
Well, greasy.
You can wash
oily.
it. You can
Like,
wash
and
it without
like
washing
my worst
it.
fear is my hair looking like my friend and your like acquaintance. You know what I'm talking about?
The one that I really don't like.
The one that you just fucking hate.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want my hair to look like that. So, you know, 'cause like I just feel like he just doesn't.
But that
at all,
person seems like he just doesn't.
like take
care of
anything.
himself.
I feel like he just wakes up and like.
I just don't think he cares about himself like that.
Yeah.
But like, you can wash your hair without like washing your hair. Like to get it to not be greasy.
I mean,
Like you could just wash it with a little bit of shampoo,
see,
and
I
that like
put-
pulls the grease out. Like when I know the feeling you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like especially when mine gets a little long. Like mine, if I don't cut my hair for 3 weeks, it's gonna be like annoying for me.
Mm.
And like when it gets that long, it gets really greasy in like 2 days. So I'll go in there and like when I wash my hair, I get like a good amount of shampoo, lather it up, and I wash my hair right. But to just get my hair not to be greasy, like I get just a little tiny bit of shampoo, get it to where there's soap on both of my hands, like where there's enough to be on my hands, and I run it through my hair a couple times, get it nice and like in there, and then just rinse it out right away.
Mm.
And that cleans your hair of that. That's what you can do for that. 'Cause that'll fix that a little easier. I mean, but washing it every time and
Well, I don't
washing
wash
it every other time and conditioning it every time is super bad for your health. It's so unhealthy.
If you wet your hair every day, your hair cuticle will get waterlogged.
There you go.
Like what is waterlogged? Like what does that do to it though?
That's a good question.
Like what do you mean by that?
When I was in the gym, I'd take a shower every day, but I wouldn't like I would wash my body, but I wouldn't wash my
Makes it
hair.
frizzy and gross.
Probably why Creighton is a waterhead.
I thought Charlie
you
was a waterhead.
No, you're the waterhead for sure.
He called you a waterhead yesterday.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you just ignored it.
Did you call me a waterhead, Copenhagen?
He called you a waterhead for something you said, and
It can make it
everybody was
unhealthy.
like-
No wonder Charlie looks smelly. What do you mean? I wash my body every day. Like when I'm in the shower, I
No, like, I see-
clean myself all the time, but I don't wash my hair.
2%. I see what you mean. Like you do look like you look like you would smell, but you don't. If that's a positive.
I don't.
I don't
It's
mean
not
that
at
in a-
all. What
Well,
I'm hearing is that I look like I smell bad.
No. I don't mean that in
Oh,
a negative way.
I
I
mean,
think
no,
honestly,
I don't think there's another way to interpret
I
it.
think what it is honestly just like the little bit of facial hair right here, 'cause I've been told the same thing before. Like for whatever reason, facial hair just like makes people think you smell bad. It's all about the stigma.
Do you know what stigma means?
It means like a stereotype around a certain subject.
I was not prepared for you to know what stigma meant. I'm proud of you. Charlie looks like he goes to a McDonald's at 10:35 and asks for free breakfast food. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that one hurt a little bit, Copenhagen.
It might.
I
just
get
be,
it though.
It might just.
I
be
hate McDonald's though.
Yeah, you do.
I hate fast food.
McDonald's is just like if you wanted to smoke cigarettes like every day, but instead of smoking them, you eat them.
Yeah, that's the best way. That's the best way. That's the best analogy you've made in a while. McDonald's is like for people who want to do drugs but can't do drugs, so they just eat McDonald's, and it does the same thing to their body.
Although it has worked out for some women, 'cause like it just like apparently like McDonald's will make your titties fatter. So
Yeah, it's because they're eating plastic.
yeah,
Is that a real thing? Like, is that like a real?
Like a
I've never
bunch
heard
of-
that before.
so it's a study I read about a while ago, but like essentially what they did is they had certain women eat fries and shit from McDonald's for like 3 months and increased the size by like it wasn't like a crazy amount, but it increased the size. And it had nothing to do with like their weight.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
That's
I mean,
bad.
like I'm sure it affected their weight.
That's got to be so bad.
But
for the
it
body.
was like also kind of like hit and miss too.
The Simpsons did a really good joke on that, where it was like it wasn't McDonald's, but it was Krusty Burger, but they were very obviously like attacking McDonald's.
Mm.
Where like a documentarian, like who's the one that has a great voice? David Attenborough. Is it
Yeah.
David?
If you gain weight, your boobs get bigger. Yeah, but like this wasn't like they made it to make sure this was a
The
distinction.
character on
between-
The Simpsons was a documentarian who had a nice voice, and his documentary was going to be about how Krusty Burger,
was it Al
Root-
Gore?
Creighton. Anyway, this guy was gonna eat Krusty Burger every day for like a month.
Oh, that's
And by like 3 weeks in, he He was like, I'm at the end of my life. I can feel it. I'm going to die today. As you can see, I now have an IV drip of chicken nuggets going right into my veins.
That's they're doing a bit on that dude that ate nothing but McDonald's supersize for like a year to prove.
That happened?
Yeah. A guy did that for like a year to
Did he
prove
die?
that it was so unhealthy. He had like serious body like issues after that, and like to the point where they brought it before McDonald's, and McDonald's like canceled like supersizing stuff.
That's hilarious.
What's it called? Supersize Me? Supersize Me is what it's called.
Morgan Spurlock Supersize Me. Copenhagen, I love you. You're the greatest.
Yeah.
How do you know all this? Like I know
well,
that
we
you
had
could just
it
be
in home
Googling
ec,
it, but
so,
still.
you know.
I never knew about it. I only knew about it from The Simpsons.
Hey, do you want to like wrap here in like 2 minutes?
In 2?
Yeah.
Why do you
Take
need
a
to?
shit.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just go ahead and wrap it up now. Guys, sorry for the early ending, but Creighton has to poop.
Yes.
Wow, you don't love me when I provide you with legal information? Kat, listen,
Kat.
I love Copenhagen because of his broad... you have great information on a specific subject. Copenhagen has broad information on an absurd amount of
Copenhagen
subjects.
knows like a little bit about like everything.
Yeah, you know a lot about a
And,
certain
like,
thing,
the
and that's
little-
helpful. We've had a good conversation, and I appreciate you, and I love you too.
And the little bit he does know about these certain things are like stuff that like he knows the bit that we want to know the most about.
Yeah, like you come in and you talk to us, and it's great, and we like talking to you, and you give us a lot of information. But Copenhagen picks his things. I'm a legend, man. I'm a learned man. There you go.
A learned man.
A
Not
learned-
legend. He didn't say legend at all.
I said legend first, but then I corrected and said learned.
okay. Legend like the dog.
I'm a learned, legendary man. That's how I'm gonna read that. Anyway, Copenhagen comes in and he picks and chooses what he says. Everything means something. Everything's either an insult or like information we need.
Or both at the same time.
Wow, Copenhagen is just Cat but cooler, huh? Well, he's just older. I think that's all it is. Cat's like 20 or 19 or something.
Cat's like still in middle school or something.
Something
Fuck
like
you,
that.
Creighton. Your bowel movement has ruined this podcast. I mean, let's be honest.
got
My
you.
bowel movement ruins this podcast every day.
That makes no sense.
It means just like I'm basically shitting from my mouth every day.
Wait, Creighton wants to marry a middle schooler? What? Copenhagen
No,
is
I
probably
said
like
when
40.
you're ready. You're ready, not me.
You're a middle schooler. Anyway. What? Cancelled. Hashtag cancelled. Okay, we love you
Probably.
guys. Creighton has poop. We'll see you all later. Have a good night. We'll
Good
see you
night.
tomorrow.